Today we're going to be going over how to play Swerved It on the guitar. Alright, so for the tone of the guitar, we're just going to be rocking with some distortion, some reverb, some delay. Just trying to get that really rich, nice kind of hard rock, metal sort of lead tone, Nothing too crazy. Just some distortion from FL, some digital delay and digital reverb. It's all going through my interface to my laptop, so there's no amp being used. Just kind of getting some basic sounds from FL, just putting them on the guitar and just kind of tweaking it until you get a really nice, rich, heavy metal guitar sort of sound is what we're going for. Since this song's pretty heavy, it's a heavy metal sort of tone. I like to tune down my guitar just to give it a little bit more oomph. So we're going to go a whole step down. A whole step down is going to be like going from E to D. So you're going to go from E to E flat or D sharp and then to D. So one half step and then another half step being your whole step. So you're going to go from E for me right here, D sharp to D. And you want to do that with all 6 strings. So instead of this being A, it's actually going to be G. My A is normally right there. And then we have either A flat or G sharp right there to then G. So starting out with the song here, everything is going to be based around the root note, which is the 6th fret of the E string. In our case, it's actually tuned to D. But I'll just refer to it as the E string just to make things simple. So we're going to be on the 6th fret there. The whole song is based around the 6th fret. So starting off with the song here, I'm going to get the guitar closer to the camera so that way you can see what's going on in much better detail. But we're going to start with that blues riff intro that I have on the song there. Let's go ahead and go through that. All right, got the guitar cam going here. Hopefully this can get you a better angle. We're all going to be starting here at the 6th fret. It's our home base here for the song. I start with a slide in. I just think it sounds super cool. So I just kind of, go like, I don't really start anywhere specific. I kind of just run my index finger. Oop, if I can get to the right note. I just kind of slide it. And then stop right on count 1 when that song hits. Starting off there. So the song starts do 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 do, and then you hear outlets tag. As soon as outlets bar is done and goes on loop, that's when I hit the. You're gonna hold that for. All we're doing there is we're just shredding through the same scale I was showing you guys earlier. We're going to be starting off at fret 6 there. Then we're going to be jumping up to the 9th with your 1 and your 4 finger, that being the index and the pinky. Then you're going to do the same on the next string down, but instead of your 4, it's your 3. So it's 1, 4, 1, 3. That's going to be 6th and 9th fret for the E, and then 6 and 8 for the A string. And then it's just the same thing again on the next string. 6 and 8, right? So, and I'm hammering them on. I'm just, I'm not playing every note. I'm not picking every note. I'm just picking the first one and letting the second note hammer on as I go down the strings. So this one's picked. This one's a hammer on. This one's picked. That one's a hammer on. So when you do it with a little speed, it's a lot less work than just having to individually pick them. So really practice your hammer-ons and your pull-offs. It's gonna do you a lot. But so we do that on the next string too. Just like that, all the way for the first 4 strings. The slide, and then then we just walk back down. So instead of doing hammer-ons, you're doing pull-offs. we add one extra note on the low E to kind of round out the bar and make sure we're not giving any notes too much time. You really want them to slide through. So we're going to start with the slide. That's kind of a little pattern going on there. Just doing those pull-offs. The extra note we're adding there at the end is going to be the darkest note of the scale here. It's going to be the 7th fret of the low E string. Sounds very nasty and evil. So pretty menacing, right? Pull-offs here. Extra note. Land on there, right? Once you hit that note, your low E 6th fret again, you're almost there. Then we jump up for one more. Six, 8 on the A string, 6 on the D string, hitting that nasty blues chord there, and then landing on the tonic on the higher octave, because that's the same note. So to go over that again, you're gonna go, that's 6, 6, 8, 6, 6 on the low E, 6, 8 on the A, 6 on the D. For that nasty blues chord, all I am doing is barring the 6th fret of the G string and the 6th fret of the B string. And I'm playing them at the same time. And then to round her off, I'm jumping back up to the D string, playing 6, playing 8. And if you know this, that's our root note. That's the same note as this. We just get a cool effect that we're ending on the same note but a higher octave up. It sounds kind of cool. Yeah, so nothing crazy at all. It's just a classic run-of-the-mill blues intro rock riff that I wrote, so you don't have to use mine either. Like, you can write your own, you can just take mine and maybe add your own ideas to it. You don't have to stick to what I'm doing. It's just something I kind of whipped up at the time being when I was recording the video. So just to give you kind of an example here in regards to that hammer-on and pull-off section, we're starting with the slide. Going into the hammer-ons from there, right? So watch what my right hand does. Not a lot of work going on there. It's just keeping things rolling. It's using my left hand as an advantage with that distortion to keep that note sustained. So I don't got to work twice as hard and pick every single note. It's just not necessary, and I think it doesn't sound as bluesy. When you pick every note, it sounds too specific. So I would start with that slide, down to the 6. Really try to implement some hammer-ons and pull-offs in that section. It's a really good place to practice and take advantage of it. And if you're still kind of a beginner, intermediate into guitar, maybe pick every note too, just to get the hang of both. You know what I mean? You can always just make something up with all picking too. I personally think it's so much more work to do that, but try both just to keep your hand really locked in, keep that right hand cruising, and being able to do multiple patterns and picking styles. So we're going to start with the 8th fret on the D string. So it should sound just like that. Going down to the 6 on the D string, same string, to the 9th fret of the A string, the string that's lower. Popping up again to the 6th fret of the A string, and then back down again. Then we're going to be playing the 6th fret, but this time on the A string. Going to the 8th of the A, and then back down to the 6th of the A. To round it off there, I'm giving it a couple hits. Then I'm going to the 6 of the low string, playing 6, 7, 6 to get a really dark ending there. So all together, that's all the same note. Bum, bum, bum. All the same note. And then wrapping up with the on the low one there. So we're gonna be playing that 3 times through. On our 4th time here, I want you to go to 8, 9, 11, and that's all on the A string. 8, 9, 11, 8, 9, 6, 8, 6, 6, 6, and then we're going to be going 6, but on the G string, 9, 8, 6, all on the D string. It's that crawl down. And then it loops over again. And you don't have to do if you don't want to. That's what they do in the song. That's what I do, just kind of as like a nice fill to get to the next spot. But you could easily go, you can just fill something in. Get that blues riff back in there. I don't know, just whatever you're feeling. I think I do that a few times on the track where I think I hit something like that a couple times. All I'm doing is just replacing with some different snazzy lick. So this main riff, it's a little harder to pick. You can't rely too much on the hammer-on and pull-offs like you could with the intro. You're just changing strings too many times, and there's too many sections with 2 notes or 3 notes on a string. It gets very confusing to try and kind of do some hammer-on pull-off stuff very much. So unfortunately, you might just have to practice. This might be good practice for just trying to pick every single note. To kind of put things all together, we're starting with that intro. And then we're going to be going into our main riff. Doing that 3 times total, and then going to our outro. Going ahead and looping it from there. Feel free to change the outro there. If you want to switch that last lick to, or maybe something kind of like, just experiment and see if maybe you want to switch it out. Something else sounds cool, and then that's pretty much the whole song. Just play that riff all the way through, and you should be good to go. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up Swerved It in a nutshell. Let me know if you have any questions or need any further clarification. I'll be sure to try to check the comment section for you guys. Let me know if you want more content like this, and be sure to subscribe.